ladies, welcome to Midday Motivation. I am Hope Knowles and I am here to get you motivated. If this is your first time to the Crystal Clear Hope channel, thank you so much for tuning in. I definitely want to encourage you to become one of my subscribers, and you can also click that bell so that you'll get a notification every time I post new content. If you're already a returning subscriber, thank you so much. As always, I appreciate your support and love you for it. Now, I want to ask you guys a couple of questions today, and I want you to really take some time and reflect on them and be honest with yourself. How much quiet time do you give yourself each day? And out of that quiet time, how much of it is dedicated to God? The sad reality is we get so busy in the hustle and bustle of the day, many times we don't get any quiet time at all. We're literally going from the time we get up to the time we go to bed. And if we do manage to squeeze in a little quiet time, it's not necessarily always dedicated God time, which is so important. So what I want to challenge everybody to do every single solitary day is to make sure that you carve out a minimum of 15 minutes of dedicated time spent with God. And before you say, oh, but you don't know my life, you don't know how busy I am, you don't know what I have going on, and that's going to be difficult on certain days, I just want to tell you, there are 1,440 minutes in a day. You heard me right, 1,440 minutes in a day. So with that many minutes in a day, I think we can truly carve out 15 minutes for our Creator. For many of you, God is trying to get you to dream bigger. He's trying to extend you beyond where you currently are. And you need that quiet time with Him to hear what He has to say, to hear what He wants you to do next. And sometimes He's going to give you things that are bigger than your imagination, something that you wouldn't have been able to dream on your own. And it can seem scary, it can seem uncertain, but I want to tell you that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And that's God's word. That is Philippians 4:13. So if you are ever wondering, like, how can I, or maybe you're in a season of not knowing how something's going to happen, just understand that you can do all things through Christ. And I encourage you to go and read that word and meditate on it and let it really sink down into your spirit. So how do you spend quiet time with God? Because it's easier said than done. You know, if I told most of you to just sit down for 15 minutes and spend time with God, your mind would wander. You may doze off. You may get sidetracked. It's difficult. It's not always easy to just be like, okay, I'm just going to be completely still, you know. But what I like to do to get my God time is, I like to do it while taking a walk. So I will go on a 15-minute walk. I do it during my work day because I get a 15-minute break. And when I was in the office, it was super instrumental because it allowed me to take a break from work, to take a break from work, to take a break from my coworkers, to take a break from the stress and everything that came along with that job. Get outside, get some vitamin D, which comes from the sun. It's really good for you. It helps to give you energy, you know, just a little scientific note, but just to really clear your mind and reset. And I'll just turn on some praise and worship music on my phone, literally set a timer for 15 minutes, walk and just listen and pray and connect with my Father. It rejuvenates me, it reconnects me in a way that I can't even fully articulate or explain. So walking is a good way to get it done because you're doing something. So you're not just sitting there trying to be still, but it allows you to still zero in and focus on God. In addition to that, many of us, since we've been in this pandemic, you probably aren't as active as you used to be. The gyms have been closed. You know, you're probably remote and home, or have been remote for quite some time. So you may have packed on a couple pounds. You may need to increase your activity level. So walking is a great way to start that off and just get you some extra steps in. Help get your heart rate up and get you exposed to that good vitamin D, which is going to help energize and fuel you. So that's a quick and easy way that you can spend time with God and still have something somewhat to focus on, but being focused on Him. And I want to encourage you to not make any excuses at all. So if it's raining, don't say, well, I can't spend my time with God today because it's raining. Find something else to do. Whether it's sitting still for 15 minutes, maybe you fold a load of laundry, you load your dishwasher, do something that you can do. Or if you're in the office, go sit in your car for 15 minutes. Like, find something to do to still give God His time. Don't make any excuses. I have a boot on my foot right now, a walking boot. So I could easily say, well, the doctor said no physical activity. I'm not supposed to be walking. I can't do this. Nope. I get out there and I do it anyway. way. Do I walk as fast as I used to walk? No. Do I get as many steps in as I used to get in? No. Do I look as cute as I used to look? No. But I still get out there and I walk and I give my Father that time, and it allows me to reconnect with him. I want to read to you guys Exodus 14:14 in the NIV. The Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still. And that is so key, and that goes hand in hand with what I'm telling you about having that silence. See, God is prepared to fight your battles for you, but you've got to be still. And a lot of times we get caught up in trying to be God because we're so used to being the doers and being the ones that make things happen. And so we're trying to do it ourselves instead of leaning to our Father and asking him for help. Think about this. If you had a Mercedes Benz and it needed to be serviced, would you take it to the Ford dealership? Probably not. You're going to take it to the Mercedes dealership, or you're going to take it to a place that specializes on those types of cars, because they're luxury cars and there's different trainings and certifications that you have to work on them. Well, we do the same thing when we turn to our friends, our coworker, our spouses, even ourselves for answers on how to move forward in life, how to solve problems, instead of going to the Creator. So he made each and every one of us to be a luxury, and so when it's time to figure out how to fulfill the purpose and get the full use of this luxury body that he's created, that is you, your spirit that dwells on the inside of you, the only way to fully comprehend and understand that is to go to the Creator, which is your Father God. So when you're able to tap into him, you're able to go to levels and limits that you were never able to imagine before. So that's why that quiet time is so important, because God is going to go ahead of you and fight your battles, but you just got to be still. You've got to stop trying to make it happen yourself. You're not God, he is. So just surrender. And it's easier said than done, but I promise you, if you make that commitment, anything that you make your mind up to doing in life, you can do. So make that commitment. Again, commit 15 minutes a day to God. No excuses. I encourage you to do it while taking a walk, but find whatever works for you, but give God that dedicated 15 minutes. Don't ever use the excuse of you don't have time, because there's 1,440 minutes in a day, so you can give your Creator 15. Encourage all of you to not be discouraged with what you see going on around you. This is your season. This is your time. This is what God told me when I was writing this midday motivation. It's your time. It's your season. It's time for you to walk in your purpose, with purpose, on purpose. You can do it. I believe in you. Keep trusting and believing in him. And if you're appreciating midday motivation and you need more motivation than just on Monday and Thursday, I'm here to tell you I got your back. I got your back. I hit you with morning motivation every single morning on my IG. So just make sure you're following me on Instagram at Crystal Clear Hope. You can get daily motivation in my story every day, so you don't have to wait for just Mondays and Thursdays. I want you to leave your prayer requests in the comments. Let me know what you want to see coming up on Midday Motivation. I love you guys so much. I am Hope Knows. This has been your Midday Motivation, and I will see you the next time. Have a great day. Bye.